Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I'm Paul Clark and welcome to the wetlands of Holland. Now, I've been asked by a few people to have a look at painting another boat. So that's why we're on this beautiful sailing barge and we're going to have a look at painting this little scene. So, come and join me and we'll paint it together. We've also got a bit of a paper review today. Now this is some Canson Heritage, which is 100% cotton paper. To be honest, I've never used it before, which is quite surprising considering it's from the largest art paper manufacturer in the world. But I'm going to give it a try and I'll let you know what I think. Okay, materials for today. My brushes, just 3, a number 3 rigger, number 12 round and a 3/4 inch flat. My paints, I'm going to keep it nice and simple, limited palette, some Payne's grey and some alizarin crimson, some cadmium orange. If you haven't got that, you can mix that from cadmium yellow and red. And then I've got some Prussian blue. If you haven't got some Prussian blue, then perhaps some cobalt blue or even some French ultramarine will work. A simple sketch, and if you'd like the drawing template, it's available free of charge from my website. So I'm using an extra brush that I didn't mention earlier, and this is a large mop, which I'm just using to simply wet the paper with clean water. Now with my flat brush I'm dropping in some cadmium orange into the sky, now with some alizarin crimson, and I'm doing most of my mixing actually here on the paper. Now for a touch of Prussian blue, and a light touch of Payne's grey, and again all the blending is happening wet in wet on the paper. Now for the river, I'm just doing the same and letting all the colours merge together. Dry my flat brush on some tissue and just lift out a few highlights. Now we need to let this totally dry, so it's a perfect time for a short break and a shot of Dutch Geneva. My first impression of the paper is that it's rather good. It takes a lot of water and the colours stay nice and bright. There's been a little bit of buckling, but I'm using the 300 GSM version, so it's not really surprising. It's also available in the 640 gram, which might be a better option when using a lot of water, as in this demo. Now I've got a little bit of a backwash here, but that's really down to me letting too much water build up there. But you know, I quite like it, so I'm going to pretend it was intentional. Now I'm making sure that it's totally dry, as I'm now re-wetting the sky area only. Then with my number 12 and some Payne's grey, I go in with these wispy clouds. And now I'm just dabbing out with a tissue the centre area where the sun is. Next I'm using some Payne's grey and dropping in a little cadmium orange for these wooded areas. Now these have to be woods because you don't get many hills in Holland. That's why it's cycling heaven. Did you know that there are more bikes than people in Holland? True, 17 million people, 23 million bikes. A few years ago I went on a cycling holiday there, and the steepest hill that we encountered was the ramp from the ferry. Now for painting the windmill and the riverbanks, all again with Payne's grey, dropping in a little cadmium orange. Here I'm just adding in a little alizarin crimson, and again it's all done wet in wet. Payne's grey here for the sail. And then a little lifting out with a damp brush. And then continuing on with the rest of the boat. Here I'm using my rigger for some of the finer details. And once that's dried, I'm just coming in here with a second darker value. Let it totally dry, and now I'm re-wetting the river area and painting in a very watery Payne's grey. Tilt the board to about an angle of 45 degrees and then let the paint run down for this reflection. Let that dry, and then with a 50-50 mix of cadmium orange and Payne's grey, paint in with some quick broad strokes for the water ripples. And then a little darker under the boat. Keep those washes transparent because you want to see the colour through from the wash underneath. Just a touch of alizarin crimson for the boat at the side. And now with some very dark reflections using both my number 12 and a rigger. Now for the rigging. After all, that's what the rigger was intended for. And a few further details. Once again, Payne's grey for the bank here to suggest some sort of reedy edge. And then using the wooden end of my brush to score in a few details. Rigger again for some more reeds on the edge here. Now, I wasn't going to do any splatting today, but you know, I just can't resist it. So here we go with a little bit of random texture here in the foreground. Now with my magic scalpel, I'm scratching out just a few glistening sparkles in the water, but make sure it goes directly under the area where the sun is. Now a white pastel pencil for just a few highlight details. Next, a little softening and blending with a damp tissue. Now this is where you'll find the cotton-based papers such as this Canson Heritage don't lift out quite as well as some of the cheaper pulper-based papers, but I have to say it's lifting out quite well and will take quite a bit of hard rubbing. All in all, I'd say it's a very nice paper, but as I said earlier, I might go for the heavier weight next time, but I think it's worth a good 8 out of 10. All we have to do now is sign it. Now wait, forgot the flag. Put that in quickly. Now I'm just looking at this and I think we need to add just one more little detail. With a warm yellow soft pastel, just a little glow here in the window and the reflection below. Definitely finished now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did and that you'll give it a go. Please don't forget to do all the normals, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what else you'd like to paint, and I'll catch up with you all next week. So take care everyone, and I'm now going to enjoy the rest of this trip. Bye for now.